Merciful goddess, mother of the forlorn, who have no place to call their own, please bear witness to our resolve. Fire for Ariandel. Fire for Ariandel. And the ash to kindle flame.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Let's Play Dark Souls 3, Ashes of Ariandel, the game's first of 2 DLC packs. This one is accessed right here from the Cleansing Chapel bonfire in the Cathedral of the Deep, once you've defeated the deacons.
Wait, you've the same scent as that woman. Then you must be an action one. You must be. Oh, you don't know how long I've searched. Oh, don't mind me. Didn't mean to fall apart. Now, Ashen One, I have a kindness to ask of you. My lady lives in the cold land of Ariandel. I need you to show her flame. A proper flame that will burn the rot away. If you truly are ash, then it must be fire that you seek. Thank you. They of ash never fail. Just a moment, then. The painting of Ariandel. Well, rotted scrap of it, that is. Go on. Take it. Touch it. Then the ashes were too.
Now, before you venture too far out of this cave, maybe think about turning around to see this fella.
Have you just arrived? How very unusual. Just how long has it been? Rejoice, my new friend, for this is a true haven of the forlorn. The cold and gentle painted world of Ariandel. Quick, go along. Find one for yourself. A sweetly rotting bed to lie upon. Yes, of course. You're no exception. We've all seen terrible things. But you're safe now. Let it ease your burden. Ariandel will make a fine home for you. So, quick.
It kinda looks like he's surrounded by maggots or something. Either way, he tells us something about the painted world being a refuge, and that sounds oh too familiar. The painted world of Ariandel. Ariandel, Ariamis. They do have a similar ring, don't they? And you can't go wrong with snow levels. Just need to sneak a little Phendrana Drifts music in here. but it's not exactly a wonderland, judging by that. Hollows petrifying into trees once again. It's becoming a running motif that's carrying on into the DLC. Except those have long hair like the grudge centipedes in Ariandel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That guy is using the new torch weapon. I'm so glad they finally made an actual weapon out of the torch. Oh, I can't wait to get that thing. I want my damn hands on it. And some other new sneak peeks at new weapons are going to come from a few of these guys down here. Because they're holding a weapon called the Follower's Javelin. And its weapon art is exactly what you think it is. You huck that thing. We'll get that a little bit later on. And it kind of behaves a little bit like the old Dark Souls 2 Lance moveset. Aside from the tossing. Yeah, little petrified ring centipedes with little pinpoint embers on the ends of its branches. Something like that is my desktop right now. One of the screenshots from the game. Oh shit! I'm not used to the range on this. I hardly ever play pyromancy. So I should say the recommended level range for this DLC is about 70 to 80, even though it becomes accessible right after beating the Deacons. I might just be a tad bit over-leveled. I'm up at 84 right now. But they do recommend that you've at least beaten Lothric Castle before going through here. This is really nice. Even if I am a little bit over-leveled, that'll probably be offset by the fact that this build is the hottest garbage known to man. Hey, Wolviesies? Just 3 of you, right? Come on. So I'm going with a 10-5 split on Estus to Ashen Estus with this build. This is some kind of hybrid Dex Pyro monstrosity with a Chaos +10 Painted Guardian Sword and a maxed out Nameless King Sword Spear. I did something similar for the Dark Souls 2 DLCs. I liked how that played out. I'm going to keep doing it here, where I change builds for each of the DLCs. The next one comes out Q1 2017, I believe. And now things are going to start getting rough. Hear all that howling? One of those in the pack of 3 just now called for help. These wolves sniff you out in like the first 5 minutes of the DLC, and they're immediately like, oh, you're gonna have a bad, bad time, motherfucker. So what they're doing when they howl is summoning a pack, a much bigger one from the surrounding area. Try to single them out as best I can. I think there's one slightly larger one in here. Oh, God. It's already rough. Oh, it's already bad. Yeah, there he is. I think that might be the one that summoned him. This is still slightly new to me. So, we're partially going to be discovering stuff together. Hope you guys share what you've discovered in the comments. This isn't entirely blind. And it's going to get progressively less blind as we go along, and now we have one of the living trees joining in with the wolves. As of the time I'm recording this DLC is about an hour old on Steam. It released early by accident a couple days ago on Xbox, but I don't still have my Japanese copy of the game installed, so missed out on that window. And there's still a little bit now that we've cleared the wolves out. There's something really cool about the wolves' behavior, actually. Oh, hello. I hope there's nothing else to summon for you. I think we already dealt with it. With like 9 wolves up to this point. Okay, we're cool. We're okay. The wolves actually have really, really cool AI. The way they behave is amazing. If you ever encounter one of the wolves on their own, just kind of hanging out, straying from the pack, sometimes they will follow you around. They'll stalk you from a distance. They'll keep their distance until there are others around and then attack as one, and they'll flank you. They'll circle around, as you saw. Makes them really interesting to fight. So there seems to be a couple varieties of those living trees, those hollow trees. Got a pack of you guys. It's not the smell I wanted, but it still hit, at least from that range. Might have to swap out Profane Flame. I don't know if I like it that much. The Great Chaos Fire Orb is life, though. Ooh, it hits so hard and leaves a trail of lava behind. A puddle. So there's the variety of tree enemy that casts lots of kind of weakish homing fire attacks. And then there are the other ones that were guarding this path up. They have a far-ranged frostbite spit, and they have a command grab, which will also inflict frostbite. Doesn't kill instantly, but it's guaranteed frostbite, and it does a lot of damage. They just open their limbs up and give you a big hug, and we got the Follower Javelin. Damn, I like this weapon. Light spear wielded by the Farron followers, balanced to allow for throwing. The followers attack in groups, surrounding foes, shielding themselves, and thrusting their spears at their foes. On a final command, they hurl their spears at their fallen foe to give the retired warrior an honorable send-off. Let's check that weapon art. Let's see. You launched that thing! I can't wait to put a couple of chunks of Titanite into that. Might just have to infuse that with chaos or something and mess around with that. There are a couple weapons in this DLC that I'm excited about using. You have to be careful about these trees too, because they aren't always immediately hostile and targetable. You can run past them, they'll aggro and then start attacking you. If you're just trying to judge it by... Oh, can I run up to this and lock onto it? I don't know. You have to attack some of them. And here, these things are grotesque. I hate them. They're huge man-sized bloat flies. Cronenberg would shit himself with joy if he could see that. So we have what? These, the bloat flies, the wolves, and the Farron followers. And remember back when I made the trailer analysis months and months ago, I mentioned that there is a lot of strong imagery related to Farron and the Undead Legion in this. That's the other thing you have to listen out for, if you want to tell whether or not there's a bunch of these coming to life about to light you up like a Christmas tree. That's really pretty. You have to listen for them doing this wispy laugh. I may have triggered too many of these at once. I may have made a huge mistake. Okay, that should be you. Nah, you need a couple more. Didn't quite have a view of the health bar. These individually don't stagger you very much, and they don't hurt very much, but if you're taking too many of them at a time, you'll melt. Okay, so we're going to switch over to the Great Chaos Fire Orb, which is goddamn amazing versus these, because they're virtually stationary. And it clipped the wolf. And it clipped him twice, enough to kill him. Perfect. Yeah, and they will get finished off in one of these. So you know what? This build, at least the build as I've done it, is goddamn awful. But it appears to be good enough. Still not quite used to pyromancy in this. I do not play casters very often in Souls games, and this is still only a hybrid anyway. Gives me a little fallback to play my favorite playstyle, which I'm gonna need because I did not put enough into attunement, I believe. I was too lazy to spend the other Pale Tongues I'd farmed doing invasions on respecking this into something respectable. Damn, From really loves their nightmarish insect monsters in their DLC. That works. Yeah. Oh, God. Gross. And if I saw that right, they do build up a bit of poison. Hey, frozen weapon. Oh, wait. Just barely saw that. There was another one on the ramp. Let's make sure you are not a problem while we try to read item descriptions. Get out of here. Ah, still clip me. Okay, frozen weapon. Oh, there you are. One of the spells left behind by the young sorcerer Sullivan before leaving the Painted World. Imbues right hand with frost. Sullivan was born and raised inside the painting, yet had little use for the frigid homeland, since he had not yet experienced loss. That's very interesting, because I think there's a question that's worth asking here. Is this the Painted World of Ariamis maybe being restored by Ariandel? Is Ariandel related to Ariamis? Is that why the naming convention is so similar? A painted world ravaged by disease that was once a refuge for the wretched. I'm thinking maybe it was ravaged by disease after Aldrich came through and did whatever he did to acquire the Life Hunt Scythe from Priscilla. Maybe he left it blighted in this way. What we know for sure right now is that Sullivan is connected inextricably to this place and to Aldrich, and Aldrich has a connection to Priscilla. So we're starting to close this loop just a little bit. And we will get to that familiar looking drawbridge, or a rope bridge, but first we're going to drop down here, get our first new bonfire, and before we hit that familiar bridge, I'm going to end the episode. And when we come back, there's a little bit of backtracking to do, because there's a whole path off to the right of the start of the DLC that we haven't even touched. But for now, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Take it easy. Have a good one, everyone.